This woman was live streaming her road trip when she picked up a stranger. What happens next is shocking. Hey, we're on a girl stream. Wait, who should I be simping for? Apparently there's some girl behind the camera. Her name is Annie, and instead of filming herself, she prefers to film a night city full of crazy drunk lunatics. If you're into adrenaline tourism, try New York at night. Oh right, here she is. Annie and her channel Banned Car. I can clearly see a bunch of bots in the chat with merely 39 viewers online. This is what happens when you decide to vlog hobos and not a pool party with friends. Turns out Annie is a talented girl. She's a moving radio. People say random works and Annie freestyles. In fact, I do the same. Here are some of my bars. I'm a lyrical, miracle, spiritual, individual, criminal, subliminal without a swimming pool. I'm sorry. Annie returns home to pack her stuff and go to Great Britain, leaving the only thing that cares for her behind. Her cat. Relatable. You can see Annie is pretty special. All those crucifixes in her bedroom, a certain type of hat, constantly talking about not being able to go outside because of the, cough, a mask with slave written on it, / pull material. We also learned that the girl supposedly has brain cancer, so she's got nothing to lose. Her brain is practically a ticking time bomb. Imagine the faces of those lucky bastards who share a plane with her. Annie arrives in England and stays at her friend's house. Stretch, quite the name. She makes sure to wake up her friend in a classy, spit-slapping way. We used to do the same in high school. I mean, bullies did it to me until I finally dropped out. But we all had so much fun. Stretch is shocked to see Annie inside his house. I guess you could call this an illegal break-in, but they're in the land without law, Europe. So who cares? Seems like Annie and Stretch were in a band a long time ago. Annie reveals to her viewers, his girlfriend, and us why Stretch got his nickname. Not because he's tall. Unfortunately, I cannot describe to you why they call him Stretch, but I implore you to use your wildest imagination. Well, it's all pretty awkward, so Stretch and Annie get in a car and throw some rap lyrics to make the cringe level skyrocket. They said why people can't rap, but looking at Stretch, they're right. Stretch is working as a delivery guy. A man must provide. Wait, that's an Andrew Tate quote, I can't say that. Annie mocks her friend, calling him a loser. She's over here as a successful streamer with, 50 viewers and 0 donations. She also teases the silly Brits with their mask regulations. She's truly an outlaw. She starts talking about all kinds of cough-based conspiracies, and starts chaos in a cafe where Stretch came for delivery. Stretch and his girlfriend start to suspect Annie is a bit out of her mind, so they whisper about whether they should let her stay or not. Annie probably knows what answer it'll be, so she proactively steals Stretch's car and drives away, recording a diss track on her way out. Bars. She also got Stretch's phone in her car. She gets notifications from Uber Eats, so she accepts a delivery job. Oh boy, this won't be good. Her first task is to deliver a to someone. Excuse me if the pronunciation is a little off. Annie arrives to pick up the order, but no one is in the cafe. She messes up in the kitchen for a while. $20 and I eat that egg, she says, and eats it straight away because we all know she won't get that donation. The cafe owner spots Annie and throws her out on the street, then changes her mind. Hey sweetie, can you help me out? There's a half-alive woman named Angela in my storage. Could you please drive her somewhere far, far away? Even with her low standards of sanity, Annie realizes the situation escalates too quick and tries to leave, but then a woman offers her a load of cash. Deal accepted. These streamers will do anything for a little cash, and Twitch doesn't seem to mind to which extent it goes. Anyway, Annie writes down an address where she's supposed to drop off Angela. The woman is pretty messed up. Maybe she's on something, or in Annie's opinion, she got the jab. Angela tries to escape the car, but Annie doesn't let her go. A load of cash is a load of cash. The girls enjoy the ride until Angela starts to have a number 2 right in the back seat. Uh-oh, stinky. Annie pulls over and sends Angela to a restroom, but Angela spills all her liquids over the floor. Man, European food really does suck. Angela and Angie enjoy their private time in a restroom when, suddenly, some woman enters the place, shattering everything around. Annie tries to run away but slips on a puddle. We've all been there. Finally, Annie manages to hide while the woman interrogates Angela, and gets thrown away like a piece of trash. Annie tries to escape when the crazy woman attacks her from behind. Is that a She-Hulk deleted scene? Annie shows us why America's great again by punching the crazy woman out of her way and trying to get in the car. That's when Stretch finds her. How? Oh, the stream was on all the time. Stream sniper moment. And then whoa, Angela's in the backseat again. How the heck? Stretch drives now, but Annie is a drama queen and tries to get his mask off. They all get out of the car to explain themselves. Meanwhile, Angela's left alone with the stream. Understanding that she just made the audience raise from 30 people to 200, she realizes she must keep the audience engaged. So Angela starts bleeding from her mouth. The woman can't keep her liquids in her body. Then she disappears, leaving a dirty seat behind her. Stretch tries to clear the mess when something starts kicking the car. Stretch goes outside and sees Angela running away into the woods. Yes, go get her. This chaos is totally your business, and you didn't just come for your car. Let's chase some crazy old crapping bloody woman in the dark woods. Live on camera. Stretch goes on a hunt and sees Angela hopping the tree. Nice skills for someone who can't even get to the bathroom alone. Stretch goes back to the car trying to realize what happened, but stream chat calls him a beta male. So Stretch goes back to climb the tree and try to get Angela down. Anything for views. I know that feel. Unfortunately, the branch breaks and Stretch stretches on the cold soil. We see Angela flying off the tree and slowly walking away. Don't know about you guys, but this lady's starting to give me the creeps. Stretch wakes up and sees Annie approaching. She's coming. We manage to hear until boom, a gunshot lands in a tree right next to Stretch. He and Annie try to run away while someone keeps firing at them. They find a hobo's nest and hide there. Stretch managed to catch a needle in his foot. Don't worry, bro. Like Annie always says, your immune system is enough to take care of things. Uh-oh, that's the crazy crazy woman and she's coming to the hobo's nest. Annie and Stretch try to hide, shutting down the light and covering themselves with blankets. The crazy woman finds the nest but hears monsters screaming in the back and follows it. Annie and Stretch are left alone. Finally, they get the stream back on. Annie tries to recover Stretch's leg with the power of astrology, or whatever magic girls are into these days. Finally, they get in a car, turn on the lights, and see Angela right in front of them. Darn it, woman, don't you have Family Feud to watch back home? Well, let's look on the bright side. She's right on time because the audience was starting to leave. Gotta keep that retention up. Annie tries to approach Angela but gets scared down her pants. Angela's bleeding in her mouth. They take her mask off and see Angela looking like Deadpool from that one terrible Wolverine movie. Angela decides she's done cosplaying Deadpool, so she frees her mouth, coughing up raspberry juice all over the car. It's pretty disturbing. Stretch gets confused and crashes into a passing car. And boom, explosion. Stretch gets out, their car gets smoked. Angela's gone. Looks like the end of the stream. Or is it? The show must go on. Annie manages to get out and gets attacked by Angela right away. We learn the car they hit belonged to a just married couple. On the bright side, they just saved that guy a lot of suffering down the road. Annie finds Stretch lighting up and processing the situation. She tries to cheer him up with some cringy rhymes, making him smile until Angela returns and bites off a piece of Annie's face. That's what you get for trying to steal their culture. Stretch strikes Angela, grabs Annie, and they run away. They see a car approaching and cry for help. So the car runs over Stretch. It's the crazy woman with a shotgun. Annie picks up the camera and runs away from the woman who desperately tries to shoot her for some reason. The woman threatens to kill Stretch if Annie doesn't come out. What should we do, chat? Let's make a donation goal. $100 and I go save Stretch. Annie goes out, sneaks into the woman's car, steals it, and tries to flee the scene, but kisses a post. The crazy woman approaches, aiming at Annie. Saved by Stretch. The woman tries to reach the wheel, but Annie turns it, breaking the woman's hand. Now this is content. 3,000 people enjoying the show. Gotta love Twitch and their lack of moderation. The crazy woman says Angela's her daughter. We, along with the chat, highly doubt that. Annie reaches the woman's pocket and finds a phone, where they see a girl with the same tattoo that Angela has. Wow, that's like some kind of Benjamin Button case, but it's real. Oh, and here's that little girl Angela. Desperate mom frees herself from a wheel, cutting off her own hand, and runs straight to her daughter, who's so happy to see her mom that she cuts her head off. Talk about tough love. Yeah. Guess it's time to run away from Angela again. Stretch loses his stamina and stops. Shouldn't have skipped leg day. He gets dragged. Somehow he escapes from Angela, jumping a metal fence and getting into an amusement park territory, with yellow plastic ducks scattered around the entrance. So we had a dark forest and now an empty amusement park? That's what I call double trouble. Now we just need an abandoned hospital, and we'll really be cooking with fire. Stretch tries to call 911 but has no signal. Apparently, every time the phone encounters angry Angela, it loses signal. Stretch finds bloodstains on the ground and follows the trace. It leads to an old teacup roller coaster. Always gave me chills. He looks inside the cup and finds Annie. She's an unconscious mess. He tries to wake her up with the classy spit slap in the face. Works again. Always does. Annie gets mad and leaves. Yeah, like that's your only problem now. Don't forget about Angela. They find themselves in a mirror room. The best place to hide from a zombie. Look who's here. Boo! Angela breaks the mirror and bites Stretch's neck off. Annie escapes, breaks into the car, steals it, and drives away. You know, I'm starting to think this Euro trip sucks. Annie tries to light up, but Angela runs fast. She's right behind. Annie doesn't watch the road, and another car crash ensues. Annie starts to pray, but Angela comes faster than God. After a moment of fighting, Angela's wrapped in the seatbelt and Annie's still alive. Barely. Guess you won? Not yet. Didn't you know zombies can levitate? Hold up, wait a minute. Angela gets their car in the air and smashes it down into the river. Annie starts to drown, but Angela's helping hand is right here. Somehow, Annie manages to tear a headrest and strike Angela with it. Girl power. Annie gets out of the river and weep, while behind her, we see Angela flexing her water walking skills. Jesus would be jealous. A couple of hours pass and Annie slowly walks through the forest. Finally, she finds a big house and calls for help, but no one answers, so she enters it herself. That's how us Americans do things. She walks around the house for a minute and finds some mail. There she sees the address. It's the same address she was supposed to deliver Angela to. Job failed successfully? Suddenly, all the doors close. Annie gets into a room full of lunatics dressed similarly and like typical Marvel fans. They simultaneously adjust their throats and Angela attacks from behind. Now, Annie manages to cut her mouth open Joker style. Good enough? Not yet. A giant hand grows from Angela's mouth and grabs Annie. Somehow, she manages to run away through a creepy dark tunnel. Now instead of Angela, it's a freaking SCP monster running after Annie, and I'm not sure what looks worse. This party sucks, so Annie escapes, getting into a tunnel full of empty cars. She tries to find the car with the keys, but the monster keeps following her. Somehow, she finds Stretch's car, grabs her stuff, and runs away from the monster. She hides under the car, but the freaking electric piano starts playing a sick beat. So sick that the monster can't stand it and tries to turn it off. Annie climbs up and smashes the monster's head with the piano. Some incredible strength she's got. She gets in the car and starts screaming again. And that's it. Moral of the story? Twitch is not what it used to be.